State, a team everyone's wondering whether this is the year they break through and make it to the NCAA tournament. They got one of the best players in the league, a preseason all-conference pick in Lamar Stevens back, turned down the NBA for a final season in State College. Weird year last year, but they finished great down the stretch, won 7 of their last 10 Big Ten games, including wins over Michigan and Maryland, and now here they are, a team a lot of people feel like could be that breakthrough team to get back to the NCAA tournament. Patrick Chambers, John Harrar, and the aforementioned Lamar Stevens joining us. Guys, let's start right there, because I think that's the biggest story with this team is whether or not you can be an NCAA tourney team. What will it take to get there?
You know, consistency. We are experienced, though. We're a little bit older now, which is great. We learned from last year, from all those great shared experiences that we had in January, February, March. Yeah. We got to ride that momentum too, right? In February, March, into this year. But I feel really good with Lamar coming back, Mike Watkins, Big John here, Jamari Wheeler. And then we've added some guys in Isaiah Brockington and Curtis Jones. And I think Miles and Myrion Jones, they got a lot of time last year. So they're able to tap into what we did last year and learn from those positives and learn from the negatives and get better.
Coach is talking a lot about learning experiences there. What was the biggest thing you learned last year, John? An 0-10 start in the conference, and then down the stretch, nobody wanted to play Penn State. You guys were as hot as anybody. What did you take from that year that you can carry into this year?
I think it's all about punching your ticket every day. Coach shows up every day. He challenges us to show up every day right there with him. His leadership, Lamar's leadership throughout last year's season really made us we were put in that position to win those games and make us the hottest team in the league.
Lamar, what swayed your decision ultimately? What made you decide to come back?
What made me decide to come back was my ultimate belief in Coach Chambers and my teammates. I think that the team we have this year and the guys that we brought in, they're special, and I'm excited to play with them. I'm excited for the fans to see them. And I think we can really do something special this year. And getting a degree from Penn State while also having more experiences with my brothers and coaches is something I couldn't pass up on.
Your last go-around, as you said, and Mike Watkins, I think of you guys in tandem so much, given your history together. Yeah. How much do you and Mike talk about kind of leaving that legacy and having this be the year?
Yeah, I think that's our biggest goal. A lot of people come to us with, personal goals and personal achievements. And I think me and Mike both have looked past that. It's about our team. It's about what's important for the group. And I think that's what we're all focused on. And that's our main goal, is make sure we get better every day and accomplish the goals that we set when we decide to come to Penn State.
So, John, for this group to get there, to do what Lamar's talking about, what are the biggest things that have to happen?
I think we have to show up every day. Coach is telling us right now to stay present during practice, during every drill. We have to stay present and focus on what's in front of us right now. Don't look too far in the future. Don't look in the past. Stay present and have Coach and Lamar lead us to where we need to go.
You mentioned your transfers, Coach, Brockington and Jones. Give us a sense for each one of those guys and how they would fit into the pieces maybe we're already familiar with.
Yeah, I think it's going to create space for Lamar out there. Curtis already played at Indiana, so He knows what the Big Ten is all about. He's older, he's wiser. He's an elite scorer. He can really shoot the basketball. Brockington is, and I don't want to compare him to Josh, because Josh Reeves is a special talent in his own right. But Brockington's a lot like Josh, freak athletically, one of our best defensive players. I think the difference is Isaiah likes to score the basketball a little bit more, where Josh was more of a facilitator. So those guys are going to open lanes for Lamar, and when Lamar is going to get doubled or how defenses try to stop him, those guys are going to be really capable of stepping up and putting the ball in the basket.
What are the things you've looked at to expand your game, Lamar?
Well, like Coach said, we added so many guys that are able to make plays. And I talk about guys, we have so many more options of guys to win us games this year. And I think can step up and have big games. So I think the next step for me is to become more of a playmaker, get guys involved, and just always make the right play, because we have guys that are capable and ready to step up.
How does the new three-point line impact you guys on the offensive end, Coach?
Everybody's going to say spacing. Obviously, in our NIT championship run, we didn't see a big difference. you're going to be guarded the way you're guarded. If you're a shooter, they're going to be guarding you at the three-point line. If you're a non-shooter, well, they're going to be over-helping. So we don't see a big difference. We didn't see a big difference then. I don't think we're going to see a big difference now.
What are your goals for Mike Watkins this season?
Just be better than you were last year. I think he didn't trust his leg. I would like to see him on an all-defensive team. I'd like to see him be number 1 or number 2 in rebounds and blocks. And then I'd like to see his field goal percentage a little bit higher and his free throw percentage much better.
Give us some insight into the newcomers aside from the transfers, particularly Seth Lundy.
Yeah, Seth Lundy has been a great addition for us. I mean, he calls him, that's my pup. He went to Roman. Obviously,
Right.
He was a freshman at Roman when Lamar was a senior. Every bit of 6'7", 218, 220. I mean, he's a big kid who can do a little bit of everything. He can score at all 3 levels. He can shoot the basketball. He can drive the basketball. He can post up. We also added Patrick Kelly, who's 6'9", and an elite shooter right now. So I'm excited about those young guys and how they're going to develop.